What is going on, everyone? It is JP again, and we are going to show you the finals from the No Limit Gaming Tournament in I think it was the middle of May. It's going to be my Luffy against Gavin's Dofi. This is by far my worst matchup as Luffy. Dofi just kind of is able to swarm his board with just truthfully 5k bodies most of the time, 4 to 5k bodies, unless he puts out the Dofi blocker. And Luffy just has a hard time handling it, especially if he has to go second, because he's just kind of playing catch up the entire time for that, because Dofi can just keep on cheating out really good bodies like Pacifista or Boa, or Gavin doesn't play Teach, but Teach is decent because he can bounce a Robin back into hand. As you can see here, I lost the dice roll, and Gavin knows that I like to go first because I like my curve, and his curve also is on odd numbers. He says that he likes to go second for most things just because he gets to draw that extra card, and I very much like to go first because, you know, Luffy, aggro, you want to be fast, want to hit him quick. And that first hand, I think I had 2 to 3. I think I had 3 jet pistols and no counters. So it's been fun. It actually could have been probably better than the hand I ended up with, as we'll see here in a little bit. With not seeing a new gate throughout the entire game, it is going to hurt me a little bit. And then looks like Gavin also wanted 2 mulligan his hand, and for I'm not sure what he had. I know he had pretty similarly bad to mine. And yeah, just to get back, this is definitely my worst matchup when I was at regionals. I lost to Dofi and Kinemon. Whenever I play here, usually I will lose to Dofi, and then yeah, everyone knows that I hate playing Dofi, and it just so happens that our locals are very Dofi and smoker heavy, so playing Luffy isn't great. It isn't super fun, and I truthfully do not know why I do it. Except for the fact that I think Luffy's a really good meta call for the national scene, just maybe not for the local scene. Because if we were to take a sample from the local scene to try and match it to nationals, would not be representative of the meta at all. So here Gavin's just going to swing 5, and at my face, I'm going to take that all day. And he'll play his Dofi to set up his next few turns and probably do pretty well with that. He always loves seeing that. He didn't see Perona, but he saw Dofi, and I had nothing to play the first turn. That was super sick, considering I play Weapon Pirates and Nami Searchers, and I didn't see either of those. That's one thing though, Blue takes a little while to sort their hand. It's a little hard to commentate, to be honest with you, just because Blue just does take a while. But looks like Gavin has figured out what he wants to do here, and we're about to see a big nothing turn from me as well, just because actually no, I think I have Zora for the next turn, because that's the one thing that I pulled was the Zora. I top deck it? I don't know. So I swing 5 here, and Gavin knows I like to play Zora and swing 7 to kind of bait them into taking 2 lives here, but he counted out of the first one, and then he took the second one because it's a lot easier to count out of 5 than it is for 7. That's a nice little trick with Luffy. You swing for 5, they usually take it no matter what, and then if you have Zoro on hand, you swing for 7, they usually take that one as well, unless they want to give you 2 cards right off the bat. So works really well with Luffy. I think it's a not so underrated at all. It's actually very good. And so that was it for my turn. Go over to Gavin now, and I'm sure he's going to use the Dofi leader ability and swing for 9 at Zoro, which is definitely going to get him. And he's going to bring out his Moria, which is a very annoying 6k body. And let's see what I have here. I don't think I have a whole lot, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, we're going to put 1 to the side because I have some dream of using Radical Beam, and it looks like we're going to play King Do and swing for 7. And King Do, I think, is a very good tech into a Luffy deck, just because that 5 cost 7k usually does super well, except against Dofi, of course, just because Dofi has, as you'll see, a lot of things that can handle King Do, or bounce back to hand and make it so I just kind of wasted my entire turn. So this is kind of a tell here. He's swinging for 5 with Dofi. He's not doing the Dofi leader ability. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I'll take that. He's swinging for 6, and I'll counter out of that one with Jozu. And then he'll play the 7-cost Dofi to bounce back my King Do, and as you can see, I already took it off the board because I knew it was coming. And that's just a huge tempo change. I mean, I go from having a big 7k body where I could probably clear his Gecko and probably swing for something decent the next turn, or just clear his whole board, and then he Dofis me instead, and now I've got nothing on the board. So we do 4 here, and we're going to do the Pistol to Moria. And then we have 4 Dawn left over. And if I'm not mistaken, I either play Robin here or I just swing for a big number. But I'm pretty sure I play Robin here. Yeah, here comes down the Robin, and then leader effect and swing for 7. That is one good thing about Luffy. You can swing for 7 a lot into most leaders, and then same thing with playing against Whitebeard. You can leader effect and swing into 6 and play everything on curve. Just a super efficient leader. Just that suction ability works wonders against these better decks. You can always kind of swing for more than your opponent unless something crazy happens. And here he finally gets his Perona to set up for the rest of his turns, probably for the rest of the game. Not something that we needed here when he already has the blocker Dofi on board and the big Dofi on board. And it pretty much sets him up for the rest of the game to kind of put me out of my misery here, because yeah, here we go. Swing for 7, leader effect, gets his Moria out to get his Mihawk back, which is just, again, just that recursion there. This is such a broken ability for Dofi. I don't know how Dofi hasn't topped an event, just because of all the things that he can do. He can cheat out bodies left and right. He can cheat out that Moria and bring back a 2k counter. It's absurd. Swings for 5 is Dofi. I block it just because I know he's going to swing for 7. And then take the 7, and he puts out that Jinbei, which is just super annoying because I don't have any big bodies on the board except for Robin, or any bodies on the board at all except for Robin. So if I kill him, Robin's going to the bottom of my deck, which is, it's kind of nice that card is $100 because I am very glad that there's a bit of a barrier to entry to that really annoying card. But here, as you can see, I play the Otama to bring that Moria down. And I think we're going to go ahead and swing for 6 if I had to guess into the Dofi and kill the Moria. I think that's what we're going to do. That's what I would do if I was looking at the board now, but we'll see. And really taking my time here. Jesus, come on. Don't think about it too hard. That's all you need. And yeah, there you go. Alright. 6 into Dofi, kill the Moria. And get rid of those. And then we're going to... And the thing is, I had nothing to do on these turns. I was removing things that really didn't need to be removed. I had nothing in my hand. I just think I need to reiterate that. Mr. Newgate did not feel like showing up this game at all. So we're going to just do 9 at lead. He'll take that because why not? He already has 2 decent bodies on the board, plus, all of his turns set up from that previous Perona as well. And I think this is, again, this illustrates if you brick in this game, you just got nothing to do. You're doing your best, but you truthfully just have nothing. There's my hand there. 2 Vistas, and then a Radical Beam, and the promo Luffy. So we got some counter power. But I think I see all 4 of my Vistas during this game. And I mean, Vista just does not do a whole lot during this matchup. Vista's very good in Zoro. Yep, there it is. That last Vista, I was telling him, yep, I think I saw 4 Vistas in the first 15 cards or so. What are the odds of that one? Not good, by the way. They are not good odds. But yeah, it just goes to show. If you do not see what you need to see, and you're already in kind of a bad matchup, they can just really stomp you down. Because look at that, Boa, a Moria, a Jinbei, and the 7-cost Dofi on the field with 2 life left and 2 active Dawn still. And I've got a Hanami Searcher to get the Luffy. And I mean, that's not really going to do a whole lot. We can just play this game of what are we going to do to make this look a little less embarrassing, look a little less of a thrashing. The spoiler alert is there's not a whole lot. I think we end up trying to get rid of the Jinbei here. And I mean, I guess It limits the attackers that they have. That's about it. That's about all they got here. Because I have 1 life, I have a Radical Beam, and they have, at this point, 5 attacks for next turn. So, you just gotta eliminate some attackers. And I kind of thought, okay, so they're showing Love. Let's just swing for 7 and see what happens to the Jinbei. And he can bottom deck whatever he wants. And yeah, he goes in and takes that bottom deck's Vista, for the 4th Vista of the deck. And then I think we just play the Luffy here, and I mean, there's no point in really swinging at the Gecko because he has Love showing. So just swing for 8 here. I guess give Love some value with that. On leader, on the off chance we survive, to get him down to 1 life, and he doesn't have the Love. But I think we're about to see him play it. And maybe? Thinking about it. I thought of this one for a long time. Yeah. Just goes and gets down Love down, and then that's pretty much it here. I mean, he has, let's see, 4 attacks, and they're all already 5k or higher. And he just has to get 2 of them through. So, doing the smart thing, just because there could be a Jet Pistol in life, he puts 2 down under Boa, 1 under Gecko, and just says, alright, start swinging for 7. And I mean, truthfully, I have 3 cards in hand, so there's Radical Beam. Let's throw that down because this has been a very frustrating match, to say the least. And, yeah, I don't know why I'm even thinking about this. So, yeah, we're going to take it. We don't have any counters in hand, really. And then he swings for 5 because why not? There's that last Vista coming out, and then he swings for a lot. And there's that new gate he finally decided to show up as the last thing in my life, which he has a funny habit of doing. So, yep, that's going to be it for this one. And if you guys watch this, please like and subscribe, and keep watching some Dayton One Piece content. Alright, later.